All right, so we're just going to get started.
Let's do it.
The art of aging and how we can be confident at every stage. So, the first question is, these were pre-submitted. What are the best skincare tips and facial regimens for women at different stages of life, including entering their 30s and 50s? And how can women maintain healthy, hydrated, and supple skin while avoiding wrinkles and sagging, particularly around the neck as they age?
All right. So just to start this off, if you have a piece of paper and and a pen, just jot down some notes because this kind of would be like a lot of tips for you guys to take. So just put that out there, or even in your phone, like jot down some notes too. And if I need to repeat anything, don't hesitate to ask. So first and foremost, skincare for every individual is different. Everyone is generally not going to have the same strategies and same one size fits all. It's not always the same, but generally there are things that we all can do in order to kind of keep our health and our skincare pretty safe and clean for a while. So the first thing when you're entering your 30s, so you're in your 20s, entering your 30s, the biggest thing here is focusing on prevention and early repair. So starting off with like a nice cleanser, a daily cleanser, something that's gentle, something that's non-stripping, just to remove those impurities without damaging your skin barrier. Another thing that you should always have in your regimen is like maybe an antioxidant type of serum, like a vitamin C serum, something that will help boost that collagen production. Again, we're talking about preventing an early repair at this stage. Always having a good moisturizer, one with preferably one with hyaluronic acid. It maintains hydration, it keeps moisture in, and it helps plump the skin as well. Retinol is, I don't know if you heard about retinol, but retinol is amazing to use. Usually start off with a low dose because it can be pretty strong for your skin and irritate it. But if you start once or twice a week and then move on to even a daily, retinol helps to improve those skin texture of your skin. It reduces those fine lines. And I guess one of the questions is how do you avoid wrinkles? Retinol helps prevent wrinkles. You can't avoid wrinkles altogether because wrinkles will naturally happen. That's just part of aging. So we're not necessarily avoiding wrinkles, but you're just preventing it from showing early and doing different things that you can help to prevent it from happening at an earlier stage. And the biggest thing that you can do for your skin is daily sunscreen. Um, Incorporating daily sunscreen, at least SPF 30 or higher every day, will prevent UV damage to your skin. UV damage, we also know is high risk of cancer, but it will age your skin quicker if you don't apply that sunscreen because you're not, even on a cloudy day, those UV rays play a big role in your skin. So when you get to your 50s or even 40s, entering your 50s, you'll start noticing a lot of hormonal changes. Your body starts to change, your metabolism is different, and also your skin is starting to be thinner and even drier. So you have to adjust your regimen just a little bit. Still keep moisturizer can help keep it moisturized even more. Continue the retinoids because you want that collagen to be stimulated as much as you can. I also encourage exfoliating your skin as well. I personally exfoliate at least twice a week. Just using a soft, gentle, even a cleanser has exfoliations that can kind of break that dead skin from your skin, those dead skin cells off your face. That helps rejuvenate as well. And when you do get older, you may start to consider laser treatments, chemical peels, microneedling, those things like that. You can also start in your 40s and 30s as well. It's not too damaging. Keeping that as a routine once in a while here and there, but it's not necessary unless you truly have skin issues that your dermatologist recommends. So I know that was a mouthful, but I think I answered majority of the question. But if you're talking about your neck, I would say when you're applying all of these regimens to your skincare, just apply it to your neck as well and to your chest. Just kind of move it down to your neck, negligee area, and that way you can get the whole full experience. But like I said, you can't avoid wrinkles because that's just part of aging, but you can prevent it from starting at an earlier age.
Thank you so much. Those were very helpful. I got my notepad out here ready, taking these tips down. Dr. Chi, I realized I did not give you the proper space to introduce yourself. So before we move on to the next
Oh,
question,
yes.
a chance to do that.
Well, for those who don't know me, I am Dr. Chi. I'm a board certified family medicine physician. I practice in Houston as a hospitalist, full time in the hospital. And most of my focus is based on nutrition, gut health, and mental health. And so, if you do want to know more about me, you can find me on Instagram on ask underscore Dr. Chi. I do just random stuff, reels, educational things, teaching things, funny things. I tell my story from mental health to being married, like the whole nine. So yeah, that's a little bit about me. And yeah, I just love being a partner with Black Girl Vitamins because I just enjoy spreading the word for Black women and the health of us and keeping us informed because I think we need to know just as much as the next person. So that's why I'm here. Love teaching.
Thank you. We do love Dr. Chi. All
Thank
right.
you. Love you
So,
guys too.
everybody, feel free to drop questions in the chat if anything pops into your mind as she's speaking. All right, we're moving on to
Mhm.
question number two. How do I address sunspots on my body and dark circles and wrinkles around my eyes effectively?
So sunspots, how it comes about is UV rays, exposure to the sun, and you develop extra melanin that kind of comes through the skin, and then it gets clumps into your until it pops up in your skin when you see those sunspots. So the basic thing to help with sunspots is wearing sunscreen and to avoiding those UV rays to damage your skin. Um, and on top of that, if you want to rid those dark spots or dark circle, or not only the dark circles, but the dark spots, is treatment, whether that's laser treatment or even over the counter medications that help reduce those type of dark areas. As far as dark circles, the best thing I recommend initially is to find out why you have those dark circles in the first place, because sometimes those dark circles are really just lack of sleep, for instance, or it could be tied to allergies. And if you sleep well, or you don't, if you fix your allergies, you'll notice that those dark circles will improve. You normally see, like I do have bad dark circles as well because I do have bad allergies and I don't sleep very well sometimes. So I would get puffy eyes and dark circles mainly because of those two things. And the reason why you would see the under area or the under eye area darker is because it's usually blood vessels that are popping or showing through your skin. Blood vessels are dilated, and it shows because of those things. So even in the morning, if you're noticing dark circles, try getting maybe even ice pack and putting it under your eyes, and you will notice that it should improve a little bit because you're constricting those blood vessels under your eye. So that can help temporarily. But long term, just fixing the underlying issue, even dehydration, not drinking enough, you can see your dark circles even more. But there are eye creams that do help. Things that have niacinamide in it or vitamin C, those help brighten up the skin. Even caffeine based eye creams, those also help with the dark circles under the eyes. But the biggest thing, too, if you don't treat the underlying issue, your dark circles will continue. And as far as wrinkles under the eye, you can use retinoids. Those help with stimulating collagen, which helps with wrinkles. Hydration, even drinking water, staying hydrated, that can help with wrinkles. But also hyaluronic acid help plump the skin, keeps those wrinkles less visible as well around the eyes.
Thank you. I like how you mentioned the sunscreen because I know it's like something that is within the Black community that we don't really need it. So I'm really glad that you pointed
Mm-hmm.
that out. And also for the dark circles, I always see like those like stones or crystals that people put in like their fridge or freezer and then they put it underneath the eyes like in the morning, like you said.
So yeah, that's probably why they put it in the fridge because it helps constrict those blood vessels underneath. But you don't have to pay $10 for that. You can just get ice free.
So Felicia asked in the chat, I take the BGV collagen. I also have the collagen peptides. Is it okay or necessary to take them both?
Is it okay? Hold on. Maybe I didn't understand the last part of the question. I didn't see it.
She was
Say the
saying,
last question again.
is it okay and is it required for her to take both the powder and the gummies?
It's okay to take both, yes. And also depends on your age. I don't know your age either. But the older you are, I would say if you're higher than 40s, then the more collagen, the better, because as you age, your collagen production does decrease in your body. So it doesn't hurt to take more collagen. Collagen is not just for your skin. It also helps with joints. It also helps with bones. It helps with so many things because the collagen is majority biggest protein in your body. So it doesn't hurt to take more protein. If you're drinking it within your shake and you're also taking it as a supplement, awesome. The more the merrier. And also putting it on your skin, why not?
Okay, great. Felicia says she is 54 years young and she loves her collagen,
Beautiful.
period.
Love it, Felicia.
We're going to the next one. So this one says, what are your recommendations for weight management, hair loss or thinning, high cholesterol, and acne during perimenopause?
Okay, so perimenopause in general is around the age before menopause. So you're thinking in the 40s, entering into your 50s, depending on when you actually start menopause, but it's generally around that age. So when it comes to weight management, you'll notice that your metabolism is slower, you're probably gaining more weight, you're feeling more stressed. And so it's just harder to do things during this time. So when it comes to weight management, it's really focusing on the type of foods that you're eating, increasing your fiber intake, making sure you're not eating so many fried foods or eating out, and just being more mindful on what types of foods that you're eating. As far as exercise goes, strength training is a key because you need to continue to build that muscle mass. As you get older, you're losing muscle. So when you're strength training, I'm not asking you to do $1 million weight challenge or anything like that. Just going to the gym and picking up some weights, whether that's 10 pounds, and just making sure you're having some type of strength training to keep your muscles intact. That also helps with weight management. When it comes to hair loss, hair thinning, making sure you're taking the correct vitamins, adequate vitamins like biotin, zinc, iron, those all play a big role in hair thinning. And if you're still having those type of issues, seeing a dermatologist or even trying over-the-counter minoxidil, that's kind of like Rogaine, those can help with parts of your hair that can help regrow, that will stimulate your hair to grow again. And then cholesterol. So cholesterol, there's many ways you can help lower it without jumping to a statin. I know statins are good for if you do have high cholesterol, you need help lowering it. But if you want to do things on your own natural ways, increasing your fiber intake, so eating oatmeal, focusing on beans, things like that will help with fiber, can help lower your cholesterol. Omega 3s, which is our in fish like salmon, chia seeds, those can help lower your cholesterol as well. And trying to avoid, like I mentioned, those fried foods and fast foods. Those have so many saturated fats, which can increase your cholesterol. And when it comes to acne, a lot of times people don't realize that comes from what you're eating. And if you find out what those stimulants are that's causing you to have acne, you can change that. So balancing what you're eating, those hormones are just all over the place, increasing your lifestyle changes, which are exercising more, and doing things that will improve your overall health can improve your acne as well. But if you're still not noticing a change, salicylic acid, those type of cleansers can help treat acne. Seeing a dermatologist, of course, can also help with that.
Thank you. Are there any like standout brands that you suggest for people suffering with like acne?
So I've never really noticed any standout brands, but I will say because of them sending me for free stuff, I've been using La Roche-Posay, and I've never used them before, honestly, until they sent me samples, and I started using them. I've been using them for I would say maybe about 3, 4 months now, and my skin honestly has been great. I think they helped me start a routine for myself, and I've been doing the same thing every day and I've just noticed my skin has been clear. So for some company I would recommend, it's only because I've noticed it for myself and not from other people telling me.
Mhm.
So I've been successful with them, keeping it, doing the cleansers, doing the exfoliation, gentle exfoliations, and doing a nighttime routine with hyaluronic acid. That has been good for me personally. And then also incorporating what I'm eating. I also find that when I eat terrible, my skin looks terrible. When I'm not drinking well, my skin is also not good. So keeping hydrated, eating well, and just having your own facial routine usually does the trick majority of the time.
I love that because I literally just started using the same product like
Oh,
last month.
really?
Yes, because my skin was not reacting well to anything else. So I just switched to this,
Mm-hmm.
and just like you said, my skin has been doing so much better. So, y'all,
Oh,
I'm not a
good.
doctor, but I definitely second what she just said. And
Yeah.
Jessica
The Roche
said,
Posay is not bad.
For the food, Jessica said oatmeal, you could be so creative with it. You definitely can. You could really spice up your oatmeal, put
Mm-hmm.
different fruits and stuff, cinnamon, nutmeg.
Yes.
Yes, so
And
versatile.
just to add on the oatmeal, not to buy the oatmeal that already has all that other stuff in it, like that has the strawberry and the extra cookies and cream or whatever they put in oatmeal now. Don't
Mhm.
get those because it has so many added saturated or not saturated fats, just added sugars and compounds that's not natural. So we just get the regular oatmeal, and then at home you're able to put the fruit that you want. You're able to put the nutmeg, and to not add sugar, maybe put honey in there. That will make it a healthier alternative than to get the ones that already has the strawberries and cream like that. It just destroys the whole purpose of oatmeal. It turns it into a dessert versus a whole healthy fibers meal.
Mm-hmm. The facial product that we mentioned, Selena and Felicia, was La Roche-Posay. I'm gonna type it in the chat because it's kind of hard to pronounce, but
So
yeah.
I think it's a French company. Yeah.
Yeah. Chat for you
Mm-hmm.
guys. All right. So the next question is, how do you maintain mental health and boost confidence as you age?
So first and foremost, aging is natural. Aging is beautiful. I think in our world today, in society today, we shy away from getting older. We're like, oh my gosh, I'm turning 40. I used to be that same. I'm that way still now. And so it's hard for me to reprogram my mind and be like, this is beautiful. Like I'm getting older and I'm happy about it because one, not many people make it to a certain age. And two, you're healthy at a certain age. And so something to be proud about. And so just first understanding that aging is beautiful, and way to stay confident about it is to keep yourself healthy on the inside, regardless of what you look like on the outside. If you're healthy on the inside, your outside will reflect that. And so taking care of what you put into your body is the most important thing. So if you are taking your vitamins, you are exercising, you are drinking enough water, and doing all those basic of things, it will help boost your confidence that I'm a healthy 40-year-old, or I'm a healthy 50-year-old, I'm a healthy 65-year-old. That will in its own boost your confidence. Um, I would also say staying engaged with your community, people who are like-minded, same age group, that will help you stay connected to people around you and also reduce loneliness, because one of the statistics are that many elderly are depressed because of loneliness, because the people around them are, passing away. So it's trying to stay connected to a community, whether that's friends, family, a Facebook group, or people in your neighborhood. It helps you stay confident in your environment, in your age group. And if there's times where you need to seek counsel because of this life transition of getting older, do so. It's okay to seek therapy no matter what age, because your mental health is important and you're trying to stay on top of it. The other thing I would definitely say is don't forget about your activities and your hobbies that you love, that bring you joy. It makes you feel like, oh, I do love rollerblading. Why am I stopping? Let me continue doing that. And it makes you feel like you accomplished some things as well. So don't shy away from your hobbies. You like basketball, continue to play basketball, shoot around, not play 5-on-5. Like I ain't trying to break bones, but just go shoot around a little bit. If you like tennis or you want to pick up a new hobby, like it's perfect time to just pick up new things. doing yoga, journaling, staying mindful, and practice meditation. Things like that will help you keep your mental health in check and also reduce stress and just overall happy as you age. So, yeah, aging is a beautiful thing. Don't shy away from it, be proud of it. Because, yeah, a lot of people don't get to see the age that you're in today.
I love that. That was so beautiful. And it's true, there's nothing shameful about living and thriving and being here with the people that you love. So I really
Mm-hmm.
hate the way society makes women feel that way when they're aging because there's nothing shameful about it. Um,
Mm-hmm.
let's go to how can younger menopausal women improve sleep quality and manage weight gain?
So younger menopausal women, this would be in the age range of younger 40s, maybe early 50s, depending on when you're hitting this age. So sleep quality, I would definitely say work on your sleep hygiene, which means what type of schedule will you have for sleeping? Avoiding stimulants before bed, like caffeine, even being on your phone before bed, finding a good sleep hygiene so you can continue to do that each night will help overall your sleep quality. If you need to start melatonin supplements, that works as well to help you have a full night's rest. As we do get older, our time clock kind of gets out of whack, and you'll find yourself waking up early. And sometimes that's okay. Going to just making sure you get that 7, 8 hours of sleep at night is just going to be important. And so if you need to figure out the best ways to get to bed and wake up a certain time in the morning, that overall will help. As far as weight management, um, the best thing to do, like I mentioned before, is that when you get older, you start to lose muscle. And so you have to focus on a balanced diet with plenty of fiber and lean proteins that will help keep your muscle mass intact. And by default, it will help with your keeping your weight in check. Of course, eating well, balanced diet, all that good stuff goes hand in hand, but keep making sure that your strength of your muscles are intact is key.
Hey, thank you. We had a question in the chat from Deetra. She says, I'm a cancer survivor and I know Black Girl Vitamins has something for hormones. Do you suggest anything else towards hormones?
For just hormone management.
That's what it
So
sounds like.
that's yeah, so that's tricky because not everybody's the same. And there could be other like vitamins or deficiencies and things that kind of go along with hormonal. Me personally, I don't from my standpoint, I don't recommend anything else from a hormone standpoint. And I can't really recommend it from with that question. But the biggest thing is following up with your doctor and seeing from their standpoint, because you do have, it seems like you have a deeper history with the cancer background, is to kind of find out what else from their standpoint they recommend, like doing your labs and seeing if anything that's deficient in there. But usually, if not, just staying on top of your regimen of eating right and healthy and clean usually kind of do the trick on its own. And if there's anything that's deficient, then supplement that with the right vitamins, whether that's iron or vitamin D or things like that. But generally, from the hormonal standpoint, everybody is different, and so it's kind of hard to say.
Thank you. Okay, so this question says, why do the features on my face change as I age and how can I embrace it?
So when you age, you lose collagen. You also lose these fat pads like you would have in your cheeks, and your bone density changes. And with all of that, you have volume loss. And sometimes you also get sagging. So I'm not sure if you guys heard of Ozempic face. And people are like, people have Ozempic face. That that term came from people losing drastic weight and them losing pretty much all the weight on their face, which is the fat pads, the collagen, things like that. And so that's why it's Ozempic face, because their whole face changed because they lost all that weight. And that's the same thing as far as aging. You lose those features just at a slower rate than Ozempic face. And so that is why those features on your face have changed as you age. And so what we're talking about today is basically helping replete those or trying to prevent it from happening so soon. And that's taking collagen peptides, having collagen skincare routines, and things like that that will help restore those losses. But as far as embracing it, I'm gonna keep mentioning just self-care and embracing aging and knowing that it's in a beautiful process of life. It is a strength to age, and to reframing your mindset and to know that this is a sign of love, wisdom, and self-care, for your age is going to be key altogether. So yeah, so that's why your face changes as you age, because you're basically losing those fundamental peptides and proteins and fat, that you would have, that you used to have as when you're younger.
Okay, thank you. I'm seeing that collagen is just so, so, so important. Do you have a favorite
Mm-hmm.
drink or meal that you add your collagen into?
Um, a smoothie. I usually like the collagen powder. I put it into one of my favorite smoothies that I usually make. I used to make it like every day, but then life happened.
Oh,
It's hard to keep up with, but I remember I did a video on it, but it basically had most important things in a shake. I like to have it more of a green type of morning versus so much added sugar with the fruit, but I do put fruit in it. But spinach, making sure I have ginger in there for stimulant. Um, and I can't remember all the ingredients right now because, like I said, I haven't made it in a while, but I used to make it all the time. But I'm gonna find that video and put it in there. But it has pretty much all the goodness in there to stimulate your perfect morning. But yeah, collagen in a smoothie, blend it all up is the best way for me.
I love that. Dr. Monica says that we have an excellent collagen gummy. Yes, we do. I put the collagen powder. I usually just make tea in the morning. That's honestly the only thing that I've tried
Oh,
it in. But a smoothie, when the weather gets warm again, I'm definitely going to start doing that.
oh yeah, nice, nice. I love it.
Yes. Okay. So this one says, how can Black women give ourselves the confidence boost we need as we age, even when societal pressures challenge us?
How can we as Black women? Um, so I know society tells us one thing, and I know it is kind of hard to not look at those things because we're all on Instagram, we're all on TikTok, and we don't give ourselves enough grace to just allow us to be us.
Mhm.
So it kind of goes back again to understanding that aging is beautiful and this is all a part of life. And so when we're dealing with the pressures of society, we have to understand that everyone is different and everyone's journey is different. How we look is different. My body is not your body, and your body is not going to be the next person's body. And so if we just embrace who we embrace how we look, and just understand that that is our unique qualities that God gave us, we have to own that narrative. We have to know that that narrative is true. And so that's the best way to really give ourselves that confidence to know that nobody is like us. Nobody's like who you are. There will be not another Dr. Chu. There will never be another Amira. Like we are who we are and we are special. And so just knowing that, um, give yourself that grace to know that you are special, unique. And then you find out what you want to do to improve yourself as a human being. Do you want to be kinder? Do you want to serve the community more? Do you want to teach other people? Then go and do that. But that's your goal because you want to do that, not someone else's goal that you saw on Instagram or whatever they're all doing. Just be your own person. And yes, you can get inspired by other people, but just know that they have their own journey and you have yours.
That was a word. I love that. Deanna gave us a packed answer in the comments. I'm going to read it. She said, change your algorithm, find women on social media that's your current age that take care of themselves. Exercise, do things you like. Do not compare your journey to others. Absolutely. Reduce and eliminate unnecessary stress. That will include some people. Absolutely. And meditate and practice gratitude. I love that.
I love that.
Angela asked a question. In addition to the in the mood, are there other supplements good for protecting sexual health as we age?
I honestly never tried the in the mood. I'm not sure. Can you let me know what that is?
Oh, it's for libido, basically.
Oh, got it. Okay. Yeah, I'm not familiar with that one. What's in the supplement?
I am not sure. Jessica, if you could,
Jessica, do you know?
yeah.
I'm sorry, can you repeat the question one more time?
Oh, do you know what's inside of the In the Mood supplement
Oh,
that we have?
in
Hmm.
the mood. I don't have, actually, give me a second. Let me get that for you. Just give me like
Yeah,
one.
I'm not sure what's in some. I'm actually curious. I didn't, because I don't have all the vitamins or ever tried all the vitamins because you guys supposed to send it to me. But next time, send it to me.
Oh
See,
yeah.
my husband
No,
loves it. But
anytime
as far as protecting sexual health, not sure protecting sexual health. Maybe word it a little differently.
Angela, did you mean like enhancing or yeah, can you explain it for us?
also, I do have the key ingredients for in the mood if you would like to know.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm very curious.
Yes. So our key ingredients are macaroon powder, which helps the body adapt to stress and improve libido. Saw pimento berry, traditionally used to enhance sexual arousal and libido. We have tongat alley root, which supports hormonal imbalances, and then horny goat weed extract, potentially improves blood flows and
Oh, wow.
I know, right?
Nice. I guess mail that one to me next. Let me see what that's about.
Oh my goodness. But Angela said not losing libido or vaginal dryness.
So I'm not as far as like holistic medicine when it comes to like sexual health and everything, that's not my forte, I'll be honest with you. So I don't know. But I do know like the medical side to like vaginal dryness. So that would be more estrogen creams, natural lubricants, things like that that will help with vaginal dryness. But as far as natural supplement ways, I mean, I've heard things like people saying like drinking okra like kind of water or something like that kind of helps with it. I've heard that before. I've never tried it, but I have heard that. But as far as other natural ways, I don't know anything else other than okra. And as far as vitamins, I don't know either. But medically, yes, I have that answer for you.
Right, thank you. So, what are the best strategies for balancing life and health in your 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s, and so on?
Um, so I mean, in general, I would say like early on when you're 20s, 30s, building a routine that includes exercise, healthy eating, and like I mentioned, preventative healthcare. We're the 20s, 30s is all about prevention, doing things to prevent those long-term issues. I remember doing a reel on basically stating that that issue you have in your 70s or your 60s is because you didn't take care of yourself in your 30s. And that is a true statement. That stroke that you had at 60 didn't happen because you didn't eat right in 60. It happened because you stopped eating well in 30 when you were 35.
Mhm.
And so 30s is the best time to prevent those chronic conditions from happening. Because if you don't have a good routine now, you're not going to have a good routine later on if you don't start that now. So in your 40s, you're getting into more focusing on life changes, stress management, maintaining that muscle mass, because like I said, you'll start losing it as you get older. So strength training will be important to continue on in your 40s. And then 50s, hormonal changes are happening. So you're going to have to change up your diet a bit because it'll be harder to lose weight and you're still doing your strength training and things like that, but you're seeing your doctor because your hormones are changing, your vitamin supplementation is going to be different. So checking in with that will be important as well. 60s and 70s and beyond, you're at this point where you're making it, you're thriving, So what did you do right?
Hmm.
Keep doing those things. Keep doing those things and keep it going. If you know you're doing things wrong, you're going to feel it. Like you're going to feel it. And so stopping a habit at that age is going to be nearly impossible, but not impossible. So you're still able to fix things at that age. I've seen people in the hospital turn around, but it's very rare. Once I see them in the hospital and in their 60s and they're suffering from a certain chronic condition, they come back, they're bounce backs because they can't stop what they were doing for the last 20, 30 years. They just can't. And at this point, they're going to die happy doing whatever they've been doing for the last 20, 30 years. So um, making sure you don't have a bad habit early on is definitely key.
Okay. I love that. I love that. I also like kind of use that mindset when doing things like working out. I'm like, Amira, if you're not working out now, what makes you think you're magically just gonna be some yoga guru when you're 45? Like that's not how it's gonna work.
Yeah,
So yes, I really need to implement this early. Y'all, I'm taking my notes. I don't know if y'all are, but she is really dropping gems. All
love
right. So,
it.
what is the best approach for women in their 70s to stay healthy, energetic, and address concerns like vaginal dryness?
Vaginal dryness. So vaginal dryness can happen way before your 70s, just FYI. You can experience that in your 40s, 50s, 60s. So it can happen pretty early. But either way, like I mentioned before, just staying active. Um, and when you do get older, you're going to have to start incorporating low impact exercises. So exercises that don't affect those joints as much because your joints are going to be more fragile. So maybe like swimming or elliptical, walking more than jumping up and down on boards and things. That's going to be too high impact for you. So when you do start getting older, you're just going to have to stay active in the low impact type exercises. As far as vaginal dryness, like I mentioned before, we're looking at estrogen creams, these natural lubricants that can help. I even tell my patients petroleum jelly or Vaseline. That's a natural lubricant that can actually help because sometimes when they're complaining of, I think I have a UTI, when really it's them urinating and the urine is touching their dry skin and it's burning. And so if they lubricate those areas, they'll notice that it's not burning anymore because it was just so dry and they didn't know that. So just putting a natural lubricant that doesn't irritate the area, nothing that has a smell to it or a fragrance that will irritate you even more. Something that's just a natural, no smell type of barrier to help with that difficult or uncomfortable area is always good. And just staying engaged, being socially engaged, and keeping a good nutrient, healthy, dense type diet is important to stay healthy. So yeah.
Thank you. All right. Are there specific health concerns or vitamin deficiencies more common among Black women, and how can they be addressed early?
Yes, there are specific health concerns and deficiencies for Black women. One of which we mentioned quite often is vitamin D deficiency, because when we have the melanin, the sun cannot convert that vitamin D enough in our system. So by default, unfortunately, Black women do have higher rates of vitamin D deficiency. So the best way to address that is get your vitamin D level checked. It's usually not a routine lab work that your primary doctor does. So you usually have to ask for it. If you do have symptoms of feeling fatigued or tired, it could be vitamin D deficiency. I experienced or had vitamin D deficiency in med school. I had no idea what that really was or what that meant until I got screened for it, and mine was like severely low. And so now I know that I have to stay up with vitamin D. And so I'm usually on borderline until I, am consistent with taking vitamin D. And then another health concern or vitamin deficiency is iron deficiency anemia. And so finding and making sure you're not vitamin and iron deficient is getting lab work. Again, you have to ask for this because it may not show up on your test. Yes, you can get a CBC and that will show your hemoglobin. Your hemoglobin may be low, but the question is, why is it low? It could be low for numerous of reasons, but unless you get that iron level checked, you will not know it's iron deficiency anemia. So it's important to get that level checked for iron. And then you can adequately take the iron supplements and get that level up. And I usually recommend once you know you're iron deficient, you take that medication for at least a month, get it rechecked to make sure that it is going up nicely. Symptoms for iron deficiency anemia, again, are fatigue, tired, maybe even eating ice. Those are common symptoms for anemia. Another health concern, hypertension, diabetes, those are even obesity, very common in Black women. So a lot of hypertension, diabetes is from being obese, a lot of it, but other times you don't have to be obese to have high blood pressure or be diabetic. So regularly checking your blood pressure at your doctor's office. I remember, maybe I'm too old for this, but at like CVS and Walgreens, they used to have the blood pressure checks. You used to walk in there and just put your arm in. I don't think they have that anymore. Maybe I'm showing my age, but I used to do that all the time when I was younger. They don't have that anymore. So you need to have a blood pressure check at home just to kind of, you can get it for like $20. Check your blood pressure regularly to see, is my blood pressure high? Because it is what we call a silent killer. Having high blood pressure steadily in your body can lead to stroke, can lead to heart attack, and different other issues. So just making sure your blood pressure is good is important, and then you can change your diet from there. Diabetes, you can check that. Again, may not be common screening at your doctor's office. You may have to ask for it. So ask for that hemoglobin A1C. I want to know if I'm diabetic or not. I personally am pre-diabetic. I don't look like I am, but I am. I have a family history of diabetes, so I know my risk is higher. And so I also have to be mindful of what I'm eating. I love snacks, so I have to lower my snack intake. It's just something that I have to do moving forward, like for the rest of my life. I just know that's something that I have to do. It's not about my weight. It's what's on the inside, what my body is doing, what my pancreas is doing, things that I can't see, but the inside of my body knows. So those are the most important things I would say. And obviously, like I mentioned, obesity, the rates of obesity, more than half of Black women are obese. Like the numbers are soaring as far as obesity goes. I know it's hard to lose weight. I know it's hard to eat right in America. But knowing what to eat is the biggest thing that we need to take notice of. So yeah.
Thank
That
you
was
for
a long-winded answer, so I know it was a lot. So it's a lot of issues that we have, ladies.
yeah.
we gotta get it together, but we will.
We will. And Deidre and Wanda said that their CVSs still do that. So you were not showing your age
Oh,
by
good. She's in Michigan. They don't have it in Houston. They stopped that. Oh, that's good. Yeah, we don't have those things anymore. I used to do it all the time, but yeah.
All right. So this one says, what essential guidelines are vitamins support women managing diabetes, menopause, and hypothyroidism as we age?
What essential guidelines? Maybe we're trying to understand the question. What essential guidelines and vitamins support women? I don't know if there's any vitamins that support managing diabetes that's out there that I can think of. I don't think there is. If I can, maybe someone can help me out with that, but I don't know there's anything that I can think of now. And even hypothyroidism, that's tough because a lot of those things are needed for actual medication, like prescribed medications to kind of help support that. And what we're eating is the biggest thing when we're talking about diabetes and hypothyroidism. And some things are just genetic when it comes to the thyroid. Like you can eat perfect and your thyroid to be off. So a lot of that is genetic. But I'm sure there are some natural vitamins that you can take. I don't think Black Vitamins has that out yet. Maybe I'm wrong. Jessica can help me out. But I don't think that's out there. But I know you guys do have one for menopause, for menopausal and hormonal changes that can help. But as far as guidelines in general, that will support people with diabetes, like I mentioned a little bit earlier, is lifestyle and what you're eating. If you know you pre-diabetic like myself, there's things that I have to live by. I don't have, it's not like I can't eat bananas because it has a high carb load. It just means that I have to have it in pieces. I can't eat it every day. I have to maybe have it once a week or twice a week. I can't eat candy every day. Like I just can't do certain things. I can't have a carb load diet every day. My focus has to be protein and vegetables. So those are things that I know I have to focus on because I'm at risk for diabetes. And if you do have diabetes, you're on the same path. You just have to be more strict. You have to limit the type of carbs that you're having. If you want rice, eat whole grains. If you want pasta, again, make it whole grains. But your main focus will have to be protein and vegetables, and be mindful of the type of fruits that you eat. But yeah, when it comes to thyroid, I don't think there's like a necessary guideline for that because it is more genetic versus what I'm eating. I can't educate someone like, hey, you have hypothyroidism, make sure you eat enough vegetables. It won't really help them in that way. So I hope I answered that question okay.
You did. Thank you. Valerie, you can get the replay of this meeting on our YouTube channel. If you just search Black Girl Vitamins on YouTube and go to channels, we should pop right up and this will be available for you. All
Thanks,
right.
Valerie, for coming.
Yes, thank you. Have a wonderful night. Hold on. Okay, what are the benefits of collagen powder and how can it improve skin and joint health?
Yeah, so like I mentioned before, collagen is one of the biggest proteins in our bodies, made up of different peptides. So collagen helps with skin elasticity, helps with hydration, it helps with the firmness of our skin, and also helps with joints. It reduces that joint stiffness. It overall helps your joint mobility. So collagen powder and collagen in general helps with your overall skin and joint health. Like it just does. And like I mentioned before, as you age, your production of natural collagen in your body decreases. And so supplementing that with the intake of powder is crucial and it's important. So yeah.
Thank you. Y'all make sure y'all get y'all collagen. How many people, if y'all could put it in the chat, who takes collagen, either the powder or the gummies? Let me know how many of us in here take it. Okay,
I
Angela.
actually never had the gummies. I'm actually curious to know what that tastes like. That's awesome.
Oh, we got a lot of it. Okay. Okay, y'all love y'all collagen. I love my collagen as well.
Oh, good.
Powder collagen, gummies, gummies. Jessica has
Not
both.
lemon heads. Girl, send that over my way.
Gummies. Okay. Yes. Okay. Period. Okay, what are the best vitamins and supplements for retaining muscle mass and combating atrophy and overall health?
So the best vitamins and supplements, vitamin D, that supports muscle strength. Um, Protein supplements, those are always good to add into whether that's your smoothie or your workout drink. Those are also good because that helps in muscle recovery and for muscle growth as well. I will add in here that when I say protein supplements, these are more pure protein powders. I'm not talking about the protein bars. Um, granted, there are some protein bars that are good and clean and healthier for you, but you have to really know which ones to gather. But majority of protein bars are not good for you. They are stuffed with so many things that are unnecessary for you, that aren't natural, and it almost defeats the purpose of taking a protein bar. I definitely have a video on that as well on my page about protein bars. But just to be mindful on protein bars, they are supposed to do what they're marketed for, but they're actually doing the opposite effect. So just be mindful on that. I can talk about that separately, but yeah, so protein supplements, I'm not talking about protein bars. Another vitamin, which is good for you, would be magnesium. Magnesium helps reduce muscle cramps and aids in recovery. Just be mindful of magnesium, and not to overdose on magnesium. Something to talk to your doctor about when it comes to magnesium, but it is helpful in that way. But also helps relax your body as well. So magnesium is a good combination vitamin for different uses. And I'll say the last one will be creatine. Um, Creatine is really good. A lot of people think it's only for people who are like bodybuilding and things like that, but it's not true. Creatine is good because it helps preserve that muscle mass and strength. So, like I mentioned, when you get older, you're losing muscle mass. So, creatine will help with that and keep that muscle preserved intact. So, don't shy away from creatine. It's actually pretty good for you and worthwhile when it comes to retaining that good muscle mass. And atrophy, we don't know, it's like breaking down of the muscle, like you're losing muscle. And that's what you're trying to fight. You don't want to lose muscle.
Mhm. Thank you. Felicia asks, do you recommend a really good protein supplement that doesn't have an aftertaste? I know exactly what she's talking about with the aftertaste because there was a protein bar that I used to eat, and every time it would just leave something on my tongue, so I just stopped. So I definitely need to
Yeah.
get that recommendation.
Um, Supplement or protein bar. So I don't protein supplement. I think it's in my cabinet right now, but I can't remember the name of it. I really want to get up and like try to tell you what I tried. Tastes really good. But most proteins do have a taste to it. And you have to add probably something in there to make it not have that taste. But for the most part, they do have the aftertaste. So I get it.
So we
But the
can't.
one I do have is not bad. I have to look and see what it's called.
And then Jessica asks, does creatine cause you to gain weight?
No, a creatine will cause you to gain muscle, and muscle weighs more than fat. So you can gain weight, but muscle weight, and that's a good thing. Um, but I think the biggest fear is that we're thinking we're going to take creatine, our muscles are going to get like super big, and we're like muscle builders, but that's not going to happen unless you're like actively strength training for something to gain that. You will look that way, but you're 9 times out of 10 you're not in the gym lifting 5,500 pounds. You're not doing that, so you're just maintaining your muscle. And so it won't make you gain weight per se, but it's help you keep your muscle mass if you are weight or if you're strength training. So gaining muscle weight is a good thing, and in turn will help you burn fat, and so you would lose fat mass and fat weight, which is good. Would that scale be confusing? Yes. But will your body thank you? Yes.
Hey, and Deidre gave us some recommendations. She said Herbalife has a good powder as well as Kevin Hart's protein powder.
Oh,
Okay, we will keep that in
thank
mind.
you for
What?
that.
Yes. So what is the best vitamin for aging skin and how can it support elasticity and hydration?
What is the best vitamin for aging skin? Um, vitamin C is good. Vitamin C helps boost collagen production. So using vitamin C will also help brighten the skin up as well. So building collagen helps for the elasticity, like we mentioned, what collagen does. So that's always good. Vitamin E is good. Vitamin E protects skin cells. It enhances hydration as well. Another good combination would be vitamin A. So CEA. And then A also helps with reducing fine lines, wrinkles, and improves elasticity as well. So those are the best vitamins, CEA. And then if you're thinking of other things to add to that, omega-3 fatty acids that I mentioned before, found in fish oil, like salmon. You could even buy fish oil supplements. That also helps with cholesterol. But those are also help with overall skin and reduces inflammation in general.
Okay.
And so, yeah, those are best vitamins, CEA.
Hey, y'all, we got to remember that. CEA for aging skin.
CEA.
All right, and we got more protein powder suggestions. Angela says Happy
Oh,
Viking
good.
Venus Williams, good protein powders and clean taste.
Oh,
And Christina says, Just Move supplement, vegan protein powders taste great. So we got a lot of recommendations in the chat. Thank y'all. Okay. So yes, we will share this recording onto our YouTube channel, like I said before. Just type in Black Girl Vitamins on YouTube and click the channels tab, and you should be able to see this one and previous webinars. So now we're going to our special discount for you guys. We have a special 20% off all of our products right now on our website. The code is confidence20, and this is only valid for 24 hours. So go there right now or write this code down and make sure that you get yours. Make sure you get your collagen if you don't have your collagen already. And yes, thank you guys so much. Deetra's excited about that discount. Confidence, Confidence 20, get your vitamins, get your collagen, get anything you need. We are aging gracefully. We are all beautiful. And thank you so much, Dr. Chi, for giving us words of encouragement and helpful tips.
Of course. Thank you guys for having me. It's been a pleasure. Hope I'll see you guys again next month. But
Yes.
let me know if you have any questions. Again, I'm at ask_Dr. Chi on Instagram and on TikTok. But yeah, just DM me if any concerns, questions, or just to say hi.
Yes. Thank you so much. Bye, everybody.
Thank you.
Confidence 20.
Bye.
Don't forget.
Love it. Bye.